All right, here we go, everyone. Hold on, let me close my window. Hold on. Sorry, we're going in a sec. I'm just closing my window. All right. Oh my god, my hair looks fucking crazy. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I hope you all voted today and voted to vote the motherfucker out of the office. That's right. This show has an agenda. That's right. Welcome to Fast and Furious 44. If you haven't yet voted today, this is our election night special. If you haven't yet voted today, what the fuck are you doing? Turn this off and go get on the line. If you're in line when the polls close, they can't kick you out, and they'll make sure you'll get to vote. So if you're watching this now and you haven't voted yet, and your polling locations are still open, what are you doing? Go. Anyway, welcome to Fast and Furious. I'm Kev Berry. I'm the Tank Associate Artist, and I am the host and curator and producer of Fast and Furious. And this is Fast and Furious 44. What is Fast and Furious? Fast and Furious is a show where the artists in the evening, all of the work you're about to see in the evening, was created in the 7 days leading up to the event. So in the last week, in response to the headlines of the week leading up to the event. And because of everything that's going on in the world right now, and today, particularly today, there is a lot to respond to. So it's rapid responses to current events. And so all of the pieces that you're going to see tonight were made very quickly, very furiously, very messily, very imperfectly, very beautifully. Fast and Furious started 4 years ago in response to the Pulse shooting, and a group of artists at the Tank came together and said, well, how can we respond to all this fucked up shit that's happening in the world around us? And because we're all theater people, we said we're going to put on a show, and this is what the show was. It's rapid responses to current events, and we've been going for 4 years. We thought we were going to have to do it once every couple of months, but then November 2016 happened, and the current president was elected into the office of the president, and we said, we have to do this every month. There's too much to be angry about. And as we all know, the last 8 months, every day has felt like a week, and every week has felt like a full fucking calendar year. And so we said we're gonna do it every month, and we have been doing it every month, and for the last 4 years. And then the COVID hit in March, and we said we're gonna transfer this space that we've created in the Tank, which is a beautiful 2-theater complex in Midtown, Wow, which is probably how you ended up. You probably found this show through the Tank's website, or you know someone who's making work. And the COVID hit, and we said we're going to bring the show online, and we've been doing it for I think this is our 7th month doing it online, which is very nice. So we have 10 pieces tonight from 9 artists, and if you like what you see, the Venmos for the artists are here on the screen, and if you want to shoot them a tip or anything, or if you want to buy them seamless on Seamless, because tonight's gonna suck, you can shoot them some of your dollars. Artists need money now more than ever in this great unprecedented. Anyway, so we're just gonna get started, and we are going to get started with our former host and producer and former Tank co-artistic director, Rosalind Grush. Here we go.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I don't know if I'm a spirit or what exactly. Rosalind is half Jewish, half ignorant, so she knows there are no angels or anything, but doesn't know what Jews think about what actually does come next. Anyway, here I am, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, dead and here at the Tank's Fast and Furious Election Night Special. I can't say I'm surprised that these Republicans pushed Amy 3 names through. I really tried to hold on for you, America. I really did. Some people, when I died, were like, why didn't she step down sooner? She should have stepped down during Obama, so he could have replaced her. But one of the arguments about Merrick Garland at the time of his nomination was that most presidents only ever get to nominate 2 Supreme Court justices, which Obama had already done. So even if I had retired before Merrick's nomination, the Senate probably would have blocked any nominations anyway. So to anyone saying I should have stepped down during Obama's presidency, you can go kick rocks with open-toed shoes, okay? I know what the fuck I'm doing. And I almost made it. I only needed like 40 more days. But the Old Testament God is one tough bastard, according to what little of it Rosalind has read. So it didn't turn out that way. Now listen, I know I haven't been perfect. Some stuff for sure. But hopefully it's clear to everyone that I tried. I worked really hard and did a lot of things that no one had ever done before, and I'm very proud of a lot of the things I was able to do. And I'm sorry about the ways that I left people behind. But the system is only as good as the worst person in it. That person is going to find the cracks and try to manipulate the system to their own selfish ends, which we are seeing a lot of right now. And we've seen a lot of this shit in our country. This nation was founded by a bunch of white male slave owners, and even then, most states limited voting to men who owned land. If that were the case, I don't think anyone watching this show would be able to vote. Anyway, it's always been a nightmare, but what we've seen recently is shameful, with many people in power trying to undo American progress, whose goal is to more equally distribute protections under the law. The thing I can't wrap my head around is why? Why are against equality? Why are so many Americans against voting? That's the whole thing of a democracy. I think historically there's an idea that power is limited, based in monarchies and dictatorships and garbage, which is certainly reinforced by capitalism. Resources are limited, and therefore power must also be limited, since at the end of the day, a lot of what power is just access to resources. But most of what people are asking for right now isn't more power than anyone else. It's just that the systems be equally applied. So why does power have to be gained at the expense of others? Because Americans just fucking love getting away with things. There are people in America who specifically want the systems to not be equally applied because it feels like they have power when they're able to game it. Like getting a sale price that wasn't marked, like using a sick day to go to Disneyland. And because we still think that there's a limited amount of power, when we get some, it feels good, instead of shameful for participating in a broken system. Why do Americans have such a hard time feeling fulfilled that they have to resort to this? What can we do to lead fulfilling lives when clearly our jobs are not leading to this fulfillment? Honestly, I think the answer is the arts. But honestly, those things are deeply intertwined. We all know that I, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, loved the arts. We say stuff like, they make you human, and everyone's like, that's bullshit, because it's not based in money, and because different things reach different people. But it's not bullshit, because, well, look at us. Look at America right now. And so I came here tonight, on election night, to the Tank's Fast and Furious, which is online due to the massive incompetence of our current administration, to bless the artists. I don't know what's going on. According to Rosalind, omniscience is not part of the Jewish afterlife. Not that she knows. But I want to bestow my blessings on your head, because one thing that I do know is that people in this room are good. You have been phone banking and text banking and talking to your weird relatives and making work that reaches people. You have spent the last 4 years raising your voices in whatever ways have made sense in whatever weird, fucked up moments you were in, and watching the people in this community rise to the occasion has been a true honor. Whatever happens tonight, you are all blessed by me, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and I thank all of you for everything that you have done.
All right, thank you, Ruth, and thank you, Rosalind. We're just gonna keep chugging along here with a Fast and Furious newbie, I believe. I don't think he's made work before, but we have Stuart Green with Wah Wah What?
Proposed TikTok ban. Mail-in voting concerns. Red Wolf reunion movie. I don't know which story to go with either. We've already covered election news and polls, and honestly, I don't know if I can make it through this election. Coronavirus updates. False claims tally. Hello Kitty bullet train. What? Did you find something good? This is it. This is it. This is the news our nation's been waiting for. Dinner's on me, but first, run it through the teleprompter. This just in. Tonight, with our election high in gear and ICE agents preparing for civil unrest in our nation's capital, we go to our top story. We move to Media, Pennsylvania, Philadelphian suburb, and headquarters of Wawa Corporate. It has been reported that for the next 9 Tuesdays, there will be free coffee. Teachers, faculty, and school administrators will be able to cushion on free Coffee Tuesdays, taking away any size they want. Any size.
You hear that, Duncan? You think America'll still run on you? How about you, Starbucks? You think anyone still go to Starland and drink augmented coffee for $5 a cup?
What do I do, Tim Hortons? You think your 100% Arabica beans, light and not too acidic, can match up with Wawa, huh? Huh?
You can take your election and shove it up your ballot box. Enjoy the next 4 years while I'll enjoy the next 9 weeks.
I'm decaffeinated and I'm not gonna take it anymore. And now back to you, Robert, for the latest in weather.
All right. Thank you, Stuart. Stuart will have another piece later on in the evening. And we're just going to keep going along here with Anna Christina Patecton with a poem.
A poem. So this is when the curtain parts. Dead and breathing, bone and flesh, kiss through suffocating masks, and make amends for all that's past, the burden of troubled years. When friends are lost and the streets grow dark, I, the living wake with fury mad, start to ease the bars off windows, break fragile glass. Then disguise yourself from the reaper, dear. He will find you before the day draws near. Whether he slaughtered your brother with a close cough, a knee, denied your sister the choice to keep or leave, grab a crowbar, he will see what the living will forgive.
All right, a little short and sweet from Anna Christina. Just a reminder that if you're liking what you're seeing so far and you want to toss some coins towards any of the artists, their Venmos are in this corner of the screen, and they're also in the information box below the video. All right. Next up, we have a Fast and Furious old timer. We have Veronica Helena Wozniak with Babushka Advice.
Oh. Election in America. Trump, Biden. Funny name, Trump, Biden. Oh, Trump, Biden, that's two names. Two names. Still funny. An instrument and a wash basin. Handsome. Both of them. Well, one is definitely fed better. Maybe too much carrot juice. Yeah, it must be carrot juice. Zanek! Election in America! Did you call Anya? Ask her who's the good guy. I need to know. Why? Who cares why? I need to know. I know I can't vote in America. Just ask her. Yes, call her now. Okay, give me the phone. Anya. Hey, Anya, Skarbie, my love. How's life across the big water? Did you know it's election day in your country? Oh, of course you know. I read in that foreign newspaper you sent me. I mean, not foreign, American. It says you have security breaches, riots. A guy named Louis lost power. Louisiana. Ah, a girl. Oh, a state. Oh, that's good or bad? Okay. Honestly, the carrot man, he looks very angry every time I see him. Even on TV, I remember. Is he an actor? I don't trust actors. Oh, he used to be. Oh, very rich actor. Huh? Well, you know, you can't marry an actor, you have to marry a doctor, right? I hope he's not your type. Oh, you'll never know. Okay, is Mr. Biden an actor or a doctor? Oh, not a doctor. Well, everybody needs a doctor right now for this virus. I don't know. Okay, are there any other choices or these two? Just two. I don't know. Okay. Stop bitching about Poland right now. It's not important, okay? Oh, I swear to God, if you don't shut up, you're never gonna see my pierogi again. What was I, don't vote for the carrot actor guy. Oh, you voted already for the carrot man. Okay, I got it, Anechka. I just wanted to know, okay? You voted for the skinny man, okay? He looks like your grandfather, a little bit. I might even believe in something he says sometimes. I know you say it's crazy how I believe that everything that our beloved party leader is saying here, but at least he speaks the truth. Don't you think? He says there will be an anti-Christian war, and there is war. People on the streets, jumping, screaming, thousands of women chanting to kill babies. Witches probably. 500,000 witches on the streets, and it's true. In America, it seems they talk, equal rights, equal opportunities, respect, empathy, love for another human being, even a vaccine for that virus, Oh, by the way, if I die, it's good for the planet. I want you to make a fertilizer out of me for the tomatoes in the backyard. They haven't been growing for the past 2 seasons. I don't know why. Well, anyway, they talk about this respect and equality and truth being told. It cannot be. It's not gonna fly. Impossible. You have to grow out of this American dream. The harder they try, the worse it gets. Don't they understand that the harder they try, the worse it gets, Anya? Anya! Security breach.
All right, thank you, Veronica. Next up, we have a Fast and Furious first timer and a really, really good friend of mine. We have Lewis Elliott with Does This Mean It? Jesus Christ. We have Lewis Elliott with Does This Mean It Doesn't Matter?
So just look at you, not the camera. Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, so he did tell me his story about when he was sexually assaulted by his boyfriend. It was actually rape, but, that word always made him uncomfortable. But I think the important part of the story actually occurs years, after his body was vandalized. You see, he didn't even know he had been assaulted until he had his first mental breakdown and then finally shared his story, which was then given the label assault by a therapist. He blamed society for leading him to believe that someone whom he loved could not assault him. He blamed society for teaching him that being in a relationship alone was consent. Years and years of moving through the trauma, he, now older, wondered if the bad guy even knew what he had done. Did he even know what he had done to him? He said that part hurt, the worst. To feel victim to a crime that felt so lonely. And then he thought to himself, does this mean it doesn't matter? How could he obtain justice when the one who terrorized his body couldn't even acknowledge what he had done? To this day, his body still doesn't work. Not like you would like it to. It works in the world of which he now lives, which often feels like purgatory. Another assault story. Not the one you see in the headlines, but also no different. So many people told him that, famous people could get away with it, but quote unquote normal people, they wouldn't get away with it. But they were wrong. In fact, it was because of the famous president getting away with it that so many could now feel absolved. The boy wondered first if his assailant knew what he had done, and then he wondered second, if he did know, did he too feel absolved? And then he said, does this mean it doesn't matter? To some it didn't, It didn't matter. Because some people in the gay community, though they may not admit it, are so aware of the insane amount of sexual assault that occurs. The trouble is, it's hard to empathize with a victim when some of us have fueled the very world that keeps his rapist safe, comfortable, and oblivious of his own actions. Absolved. As I remember this story, it's harder to tell because now it's locker room talk, which is the equivalent of gay bar groping, which is the equivalent of it means no harm. This has become normal. The very fact that he cannot go one day without thinking of his assault. Not one day. The fact that he has become locker room talk. No harm done, everyone's alive, so what's the big deal? His body is basically a temple that has been vandalized, MAGA 2020. His own dad consistently defends the man who perpetuates the evil. And so he says to me, does this mean it doesn't matter? But he knows it does. Even when he feels like a fraud, even when he remembers the conditioning of a man and to get over it, it does matter. It has to matter. It has to matter. Yeah, black people have to matter. Trans people have to matter. Immigrants have to matter. Children have to matter. Women have to matter. The earth has to matter. People who don't feel safe in their own bodies have to matter. Don't they?
Cool. Thank you, Louis. All right, we're going to chug along here. We have Stuart Green up again with another piece. This one's called Undercover Lover.
thanks so much for coming over. Come on in. Actually, wait, just 1 second, okay? Well, thanks for your patience, and it is nice and normal, so, you know, come on in, fireman. Got a fire for you to put out. So, can I take any of your things? Where have you been putting these things? Wow. Do you need a drink? Because, yeah, I need a drink. You come, have a seat. I know I said I'm gonna get myself a drink, but I didn't ask you if you wanted anything. Would you like something to drink? Is the beer okay with you? Okay, excuse me. Do you think it's time to take this in the other room? Okay, come with me. Wait, just 1 second, okay? I need you to wear this. It's okay. It's just, there you go. It's just, because I just want to be safe, right? Did I say the wrong thing, or is this not? Are you okay? Did I offend you, or?
All right, thank you, Stuart. Next up, we have Jack Sullivan with No More Sleep.
President Trump campaign swing through the Midwest yesterday, holding rallies with packed crowds in Michigan, Wisconsin, and Nebraska. Super spreader events all over the country. After President Trump,
do they have T-shirts?
super spreaders, I'm sure.
Super Spreader 2020.
I mean, he's a human super spreader. Look at this.
Maybe that's it. Maybe it's the Human Super Spreader 2020 campaign tour. They have I survived the Super Spreader tour of 2020. You have a ventilator on the back.
Literally, unless you didn't.
That's
which, you know, it'd actually be a time of joking in this show right now if it wasn't so unbelievably true and not funny.
I guess. I'll just rehearse what I'm saying.
Drinking is putting you to sleep. But combined with watching these videos, I think you're just spiraling into this cycle of drinking. So you're drinking, you're watching these videos, it's a vicious cycle, And I think you're lying to yourself because you drink, you're putting yourself to, quote, sleep, but you're not really sleeping. And in the end, I think the drinking and the watching videos, you're lying to yourself.
Unemployment claims going up. You have COVID cases going up. I mean, it's like the gods have suddenly decided to conspire against you.
I don't think so at all. No, I think
Well,
we've
what
done a
about
great
these?
job with COVID.
Sir, excuse me, cases are up in about 40
Okay,
states.
you know why cases are up also? Because we do more testing. The fake news media loves to say cases are up. The fact is we've done a very, very good job.
Cases are up.
Pointers, or the Alexander technique as a lesson is referred to. It can help you pay attention to you during the act of whatever it is you're doing. Sitting at a computer, going for a swim, riding your bike. You are conscious of a particular area that brings into balance the whole organism. And it really is the head-neck-back relationships. It sort of simplifies it, if you like. And the little guiding orders are, let the neck be free of unnecessary tension. That's understood. To let the head balance up on.
Hey, can't get to the phone right now. I apologize. If you please leave a message, I'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Hey, it's me, your brother. Sorry I'm calling so late. Just thought you would still be up. I'm still having trouble sleeping, like I said. I was just wondering, I sent you a text too when I tried calling. But you said you had that video that you watched to fall asleep, and so I was just curious because, yeah, I just kind of need it right now. And would just like to talk when you have the chance. So, give me a call back.
Over a long life, including many periods of great unhappiness and depression. You'd hardly believe what I've been through, really, if I couldn't even remember much of it. Everything seems to have been working for a purpose. Everything's taught me something. And we grow through a long, long process of getting it wrong and somehow or other getting back on the right track.
Look at that!
I'm not sure that we actually do much of the deciding. Things seem to happen to us.
Fuck. That was dope. Cool. Oops, that was cool. Thank you, Jack. We have 3 more left. I am one of them, but I'm not up next. Next up, we have Amanda Miller and Rachel Evans with Apartment Hunting.
Thanks, Andrew, for that extensive report on the destruction left by Hurricane Zeta. I'm Joyce, reporting to you live from the New York Times. Next up, an apartment in New York or a house upstate. Ashley only had the budget for one. We've got Ashley here with us live on Zoom now. Hi, Ashley.
Hey, it's great to be here.
Well, Ashley, I understand you're a user experience designer in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
And what is that exactly?
I design experiences for users.
Okay. So tell us a bit about your situation.
So for 6 years, I rented a sunny studio in Park Slope. And I'd often leave the city to go for a day hike in the Catskills. And after a hike one day, my friends and I were at a bar, and I met this guy who lived in Brooklyn, but was an Airbnb owner in the Catskills. And I was like, I thought, why does everyone else have all the fun? Why don't I do that? So a year ago, pre-COVID, I started looking for a house in the Catskills. I was looking at fixer-uppers, at cabins, at flip places. And then I found myself in the middle of a bidding war. It was this like big house, beautiful house that had 5 bedrooms. And then I woke up one night in the middle of the night in a sweat thinking of all the mattresses I was going to have to buy. I can't buy 5 mattresses. And that was it. That was what put the nail in the coffin of my upstate dream.
Wow, Ashley, that sounds devastating. What did you do next?
Well, that's when I realized the universe was telling me to stay in the city. Also, I had been to a few super spreader underground parties, so I technically couldn't leave the city. So I switched my focus to 1-bedroom Brooklyn co-ops, and I found I could afford to stop renting. So for the past few months, I have been looking at so many apartments. It's really overwhelming. At the end of the day, I have to consider which of these is going to bring the Catskills to Brooklyn, and it's hard to know.
Boy, do I hear you, Ashley. It's really one of the hardest things a person can go through. I understand you've narrowed it down to 3 choices?
I have, yeah. A walk-up in Park Slope, a walk-up in Brooklyn Heights, and a Brooklyn Heights elevator building.
And we have photos of these apartments. Brian, can you please show those now? No, Brian. No, those are not the right images. Brian? Brian! Brian! So sorry, everyone. Brian's going to get on this, fix this, and we're just going to move on now. So what do your friends say?
Oh, they tell me to follow my bliss. My friends actually bought me this book of quotes for the times when I'm feeling really down and I can't keep looking. I look at it, I pick one up, and I make that appointment for the next apartment. I'll read you a few of my favorite ones. Have you told you lately that you love you? It's not your job to fit yourself into a box. That's your cat's job. I really needed that one day. And then, this is my favorite. Accept who you are, unless you're a serial killer. Ellen DeGeneres.
Wow, those sound like great friends.
Oh, they are. Oh, except for one friend. I've been posting a bit about it on Instagram about the struggle, and this one friend from high school wrote this really rude comment, something like, "How is this a problem?" And it really stung because, she just didn't get it. So I blocked her. Oh well.
Oh well, indeed. Ashley, sometimes the best advice can come from the most unlikely sources. Speaking of which, have we got a surprise for you? We've arranged for an Uber to pick each of us up and bring us to the same corner in Brooklyn to solicit the advice of strangers.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me, sir. Which apartment is this? Which one is more like the Catskills? I've been waiting for a COVID test. Hi there, my name is Joyce.
No, really, I'm sorry.
Ashley.
Please get the hell away from me. I'm sorry, really.
I just need help.
All right. That was great, Amanda. Thank you. Come back and do this again. That was so funny. Next up is me. And this is called "I'm So Tired." This is the Orange Terror Cycle, Part 3, Chapter 44. I'm going to keep this brief because I feel distracted, or rather I felt distracted this morning as I was writing this afternoon. I felt distracted then because I ran out of iced coffee right before I started writing this, and I didn't want to lose the idea in my head for what I wanted to write if I went down the block to Dunkin' for another coffee. And I feel intense. I think a lot of us, I am feeling a lot of intense things, and I think a lot of the intense things I am feeling are related to, well, we know what they're related to, but they're the result of an entire city feeling the same intense way at the same intense time in the middle of an intense chapter of an intense city's intense history. It's an intense time, and it's an intense day, and I'm feeling distracted, so I'm going to be brief, because I want to go for a bike ride and to Trader Joe's between writing this and the show tonight, because those two are therapy to me. They're my therapy, endorphins and serotonin, respectively. So I'm going to be brief, or as brief as a long-winded fag like me can be. can force himself to be. Because, you know, I did something stupid 4 years ago. I did something really, really fucking stupid. I told myself, and I told all of you, or all of you who were there in the room the night I said, this is what I'm going to do. I committed in front of a group of artists who have since held me accountable. I committed to doing this show every fucking month until he's out of office. And the result has been 44 plays and counting as of tonight. I thought he would have died before the 2018 midterms. I thought he would have been killed. I thought he would have been impeached. We all did. We all thought these things. But he made it through. He made it here. And as a result, he's dragged me here ragged. And I'm so fucking tired. I am fucking tired. And I don't want to do this project anymore. I want to bring the Orange Terror Cycle, currently in its third part and in its 44th iteration, to a close. I do not want to have to do the show for another 48 chapters. I want the 45th President of the United States out of office, and I want to take a nap. I love doing this show, as you all know. I really do. I love doing it. It's the great honor of my life thus far as an artist, as I've said, and I will keep saying. But my God, it is draining to have to sit down once a month and burn up all of my spoons for the week thinking about where we are as a country at that particular moment in time. And we're never anywhere good. We've never been anywhere good. And all the times I've thought about where the hell we've been over the last 4 years, I realize we're a failing democracy we read about in school. We are a failing democracy that jumped out of a plane and is gaining velocity as it falls through the air towards an inevitable bloody crash. We're a failing democracy that you read about and think, couldn't be me. I read about these elections in other countries where folks waited in line for many hours, where folks were intimidated from turning out at the polls, where folks had to dye their thumbs. And I think, couldn't be me. Couldn't be us. And yet here we are. We may not have to dip our fingers in ink, but perhaps the self-obsessed American version of the blue thumb is a virtue-signaling selfie posted to Instagram with an I voted early sticker. I thought, couldn't be me, couldn't be us, and here we are. I waited 3 hours in line to vote. I thought, couldn't be me, couldn't be us, and here we are. On my walk back to the train from rehearsal yesterday in Hoboken, we saw a terrifying parade of pickup trucks bearing his flags and honking their horns. I thought, couldn't be me, couldn't be us, and here we are. I don't know what the outcome of tonight will be. But I know that I want to bring this project to a close, because if I get to bring this project to a close and look towards a broader future, maybe that will mean there's someone in charge who allows us to look there, look towards that broader future. One where the country begins to heal from the trauma of the last 4 years. And we can rest. Thanks, guys. And finally, tonight, we have a very good friend of mine. We have Fast and Furious stalwart, Ben Furkey. And Ben has been with the show for almost all 4 years. He and I have become very, very close. And he let me know that after tonight, he's going to be retiring from the series to focus on his larger projects and on his wife. So this is Ben Furkey with The Last of the Furious.
Hey everybody, it's Ben. It's 11:53, night before election eve. It's election eve, it's not the night before, you know what I meant. Since we all know what's on the ballot today, I figured what better way to pay tribute to that than doing a MAGA trucker hat guy car dash cam video, but as a monologue. So here we go. Tomorrow could play out a lot of different ways, obviously, and I think that what I want to say to everybody, what I want the big takeaway from this video to be is that no matter what happens tomorrow, the work doesn't stop. Whether it's the work that we do in the Fast and the Furious, whether it's the organizing and political activity that you've been doing outside of this, none of that ends, because these are the options. One, we don't know we don't know. It's an inconclusive election. There's rat fucking. There's ballots being thrown out left and right. Who knows? There's mayhem. Obviously, civic participation is going to be very important in that. I don't know if you guys have ever, looked at what happens in other countries when there's a disputed election, but usually the only way to get what you want is for everyone to fill whatever the biggest public square in the country is and not to leave. And, until the election's fixed. So we could have that. Biden could win, which, looks likely on paper, but, and in that case, then we have a lot of work to do in terms of pushing him to support the progressive policies that the Democratic Party is promising us, and it never has fully delivered. And so there's going to be a lot of work to be done there. Just trying to get the Democrats to do what we want them to do. Hard work. And then the other thing, then there's the third. And there's the third option. Ooh. And obviously, if that happens, then there's. I don't know what we do. I genuinely don't know what we would do. But it's going to, whatever it is, it's going to take a lot of hard work. And so there you have it. Probably getting rid of the Supreme Court, that's going to be a big one. But I think to close out this little, my dash cam monologue, I think that so, weird, bad death shit happens all the time, and it's exhausting. And I don't know where we get the energy from. My life is very different now than it was when we started this. Yours is too. We're all stretched as thin as we can get, but we need to find a way to just dig deep and to keep working. And I'd like to leave you with something where, so on the back of this car, the license plate, basically, my wife and I are having a hard time screwing on this license plate. The screw's stuck, it's not moving, and, it's discouraging. We can't, really drive around without a license plate unless we want to get pulled over, and God knows we don't want that. But there's only one thing to do, it's to work. And so when I'm gonna shut the fuck up, I'm gonna turn off this video, I'm gonna get some WD-40 out of this backpack, and I'm gonna fix that screw. And tomorrow, may we all begin together fixing our screws. Bye, guys. Good luck.
Oh, Ben! Ben! Oh, sweet Ben. All right, everyone. That's Fast and the Furious 44 Election Night Special. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all the artists who participated. If you would like to participate in a future iteration of the show, you can email me at kev, K-E-V, at thetanknyc, the TheTankNYC.org. And I will get you on our list of artists. I will be sending out the next call for artists the week before Thanksgiving. If you liked what you saw, shoot the artists whose work resonated with you some of your dollars in the Venmos listed in the information box below the video. That's it. Stay safe, everyone. Stay healthy. And however tonight ends up, let's get out there and raise our fucking voices. Good night, everyone.